Hello everyone, Coping Skills here, back with more Nightwish. It's been a little while since I did a Nightwish song because after finishing that beautiful 2013 Wacken open air concert, I did a couple fun things. I did Floor reacting to Ghost Love Score, that was pretty cool, and then I did the Imaginarium movie, but it got blocked. It is through the blocks now, so you can go watch me react to the film if you'd like to. I'll link it here. But now, on to more music. Today, we are going to start the Tampere 2015 concert. Now, there's a few songs that I've already reacted to in this set list, so I'll probably try to group those up and do them. Probably won't spend as much time, but I'm still going to react to them because I want to hear them again. I will delve into the lyrics of the songs that I have not heard yet. If you're new to the channel, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Florida, started doing reaction videos to raise mental health awareness. If you like the content, if you like that premise, consider subscribing. Maybe hit a like, leave a comment. It goes a long way and it's greatly appreciated. If you want to support the channel more, you can become a channel member or buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. But without further ado, Shudder Before the Beautiful.
The deepest solace lies in understanding. This ancient unseen stream, a shudder before the beautiful.
Yeah, man, I'm just jamming out. It's cool. I'm digging this vibe. And a couple things I noticed, just kind of wanted to go over real quick, along with the lyrics. But it looks like Yuka isn't there drumming. So I think he was still the drummer during this time. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But yeah, not there for this performance. Yeah, so it looks like this definitely isn't Yuka. Let me know who it is in the comments below. but it looks like the rest of the band is there in all their glory. I know that in Vaca in 2013, Floor had only been with the band for about 9 months or so, so now she's been with them for a couple of years. Hopefully they've gelled even more, even though they were pretty gelled at the time. Let's take a look at these lyrics a little bit. It says, the deepest solace lies in understanding this ancient unseen stream, a shudder before the beautiful. Awake ocean-born, behold this force, bring the outside in, explore the self to epiphany. Interesting. The very core of life, the soaring high of truth and light. The music of this awe, deep silence between the notes, deafens me with endless love, this vagrant island earth. A pilgrim shining bright, we are shuddering before the beautiful, before the plentiful, we the voyagers. Tomas, very beautiful language, very poetic, but the deepest solace lies in understanding. So solace is comfort, right? Finding peace is to get to understanding of this ancient unseen stream, a shudder before the beautiful. So to shudder is to, be shocked, to kind of pause, to be a little bit fearful. So sometimes when you see something that's so beautiful, so awe-inspiring, it can be so daunting and beautiful that it's a little scary, right? And I think that's kind of the vibe that he's going for here. Awake ocean-born, behold this force, bring the outside in, explore the self to epiphany. It sounds like this is a lot about self-discovery, like that ocean-born comment kind of makes me think of you can be a bit scared when you see the ocean for the first time. Like if you weren't born around the ocean and then, because I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, there's no ocean in sight. The Rio Grande River is about the biggest water that you'll see, but it's not so grand. When I finally made it out to the ocean when I was a little bit older, I was taken back by just how beautiful and daunting it is. Now I live in Tampa. I can basically go see, the ocean or water whenever I want. So if you're ocean born, you're kind of born into this expanse that is so capturing and so full of life and moves you so much. The ocean moves is constantly in motion, right, with the tides and whatnot. So the very core of life, the soaring high of truth and light, the music of this awe, deep silence between the notes, deafens me with endless love. This vagrant island earth, a pilgrim, shining bright. We are shuddering before the beautiful, before the plentiful. We are voyagers. Kind of finding yourself in nature, letting nature be the song in between the notes, maybe. I don't know. That's just what I'm gathering. But really to dwell on it, to think about it until you get to epiphany. And I think there's a really important point there. Those words of explore the self to epiphany. So it's easy to think about yourself, to try to define yourself in a moment, in an afternoon, kind of giving it some thought. Well, I've given some thought to who I am or defining self, but if you are going to put metal to it, right? If you're going to play it through to epiphany, means that you aren't going to stop. You're not going to find that solace, that peace that it talks about until you get to the point where you have that aha moment of, I get it. I'm at peace. I find solace in this nature and where I am in the universe. So it's a daunting task sometimes to kind of force epiphany. And people get writer's block, right? Writers or artists, songwriters get they're waiting for that muse, that inspiration, that epiphany. So when you look at yourself and you're waiting for that epiphany to draw your sometimes it takes work, and sometimes it takes self-reflection, and sometimes it takes bouncing those things off of people. And when we run into those existential crises, so to speak, we can kind of get stuck waiting for epiphany. And when you wait for it, it doesn't tend to strike. You have to search for it. You have to be a voyager. You have to be an active participant, and that's where people get stuck sometimes, is they just stop and wait for epiphany instead of seeking to epiphany, voyaging. Be a voyager, be an active participant in your life. So I guess that's my mental health encouragement for you today. But we'll get back to the song because I blathered on way too long. Oh yeah, I gotta hear that again. Man, they were just having fun. They were jamming out. Keyboard work with the guitar right there next to it, just feeding off of each other. Man, that was awesome. Yeah, I dig that. But there's something about this song that really sounds familiar. Does it have largely the same chord structure as one of the songs I've already heard? I can't place it in my head, or maybe it was in the film. I can't remember, but I'm not sure. I can't place it. It sounds like a song I've heard before, but the lyrics are totally different. Man, but yeah, I want to go back and hear that keyboard part again. Let's go.
of the song.
All right, we drastically put on the brakes there for a minute. I'm going to go back and, um, move my head back and forth in a banging sort of fashion here in a second. So, yeah, let's take a look at the lyrics real quick. Tales from the Seas, Cathedral of Green. So again, kind of hearkening to nature. Cathedral of green grass, of forest, the very core of life, the soaring high of truth and light, which we already heard. And then it goes through that chorus again. And then the unknown, the grand show, the choir of the stars, interstellar theater play, the nebulae, curtain falls, imagination, evolution, a species from the veil, walks in wonder in search of the source of the tale. Interesting. So this is kind of like this interstellar looking at the stars, this curiosity of imagination, pondering where we came from, right? A species from the veil walks in wonder in search of the source of the tale. So this existential thought of where we came from, right? How we became to be the people that we are today. And then it goes back into the verse. And again, I like that the verse ends with "we, the voyagers." So we're active participants. So there's not a lot of diversity of verse here. It's a fairly simple, straightforward song structure, but there's a lot of depth of thought in those verses. The chorus makes up the bulk of the song, but those verses are quite deep. And I like how they are pointing to the existential thought of kind of looking into nature, trying to understand where we came from, being in awe of not only the ocean, but this green cathedral in this spinning ball that we're on, right? So, yeah, beautiful language, but really, you can just jam out. You just bang your head to it because, yeah, I'm digging it. Let's go back.
The song, deep silence between the notes, deafens me with endless doubt. His vagrant island earth, a pilgrim shining bright. We are shuddering before the beautiful, before the plentiful. We the voyagers. The music of the song, deep silence between the notes, deafens me with endless doubt. This fragrant diamond earth, the pilgrim shining bright. We are shuddering before the beautiful, before the plentiful. We will voyage. The music of this song.
I mean, man, they're going to put on a show again for us, aren't they? I am super excited about this. Getting back into some Nightwish jams. I like how it's kind of a catchy tune, but then, of course, Nightwish being Nightwish, they kind of layer in some of that just metal in rock, and then Floor did not disappoint and gave us a little bit of only what Floor can do there at the end, a little bit of Marco on the vocals backing up, letting loose too. Man, I think we're in for a treat. Thank you for the suggestions. I appreciate it. Thanks for continuing my Nightwish journey with me, fellow Nightwish Army veterans. I appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope you continue to have fun with me. Until the next time, maybe click on something. Keep watching. We'll see you in a little bit.